Managing an early childhood classroom requires high energy, constant attention, and the ability to bring chaos into a calm circle. By 2026, the legal requirements to work in that room as an educator are undergoing an industry-wide overhaul. This comparison table shows the shift from the familiar pre-2026 baseline on the left to the stricter new 2026 core standards on the right. The most immediate differences are the increase in required physical observation hours and the addition of mandatory specialized learning modules. This creates a financial risk for new educators. Overinvesting in an expensive, advanced credential may result in qualifications that your local job market doesn't reward with a higher salary. Conversely, choosing a bare-bones course might leave you with a certificate that falls short of these new legal mandates. Success here comes down to the math, the exact intersection of local regulatory compliance and your personal financial bandwidth. The first route available is the Fast-Track Basic Compliance course. These programs typically require 120 hours and are delivered in an online-only format. This decision tree shows that if you have zero experience, you start here and branch into the fast-track tier. This path leads specifically to the assistant teacher level. While this gets you into a classroom, it achieves only the minimum legal compliance required under the 2026 guidelines. Relying on the bare minimum makes your career vulnerable to future district-level regulatory adjustments. It also limits your earning potential, as these 120-hour courses do not meet the requirements for lead teacher roles. You benefit from a low financial cost up front, but you accept a lower ceiling on your career progression in return. The fast-track path solves your immediate barrier to entry. Just keep in mind that moving beyond an assistant role later will require returning for the higher-tier credentials you bypassed initially. The next option is the mid-tier blended certification. On the flowchart, this central pathway introduces a physical requirement of over 300 in-person practicum hours. This leads to a lead teacher alignment. This tier provides broader hireability because it satisfies the 2026 core standards for lead teachers. The challenge here is logistical. You must complete hundreds of unpaid classroom observation hours while likely maintaining another job. The severe time management friction of those unpaid hours is the primary investment for this tier, often outweighing the cost of tuition. Finally, there is the option of premium university-backed certifications. These courses focus on specialized skills, such as neurodivergent pedagogy, to provide more advanced training than the baseline requirements. Our decision tree shows this right-side pathway requires a 3 to 6 month time commitment and the highest tuition investment. This level of credential qualifies you for administrative and director roles or positions within elite private pre-K institutions. These programs provide training that exceeds the 2026 minimums, positioning candidates for roles in top-tier private schools. However, this path carries a significant risk of negative return on investment. If your local district does not offer salary increases for advanced credentials, that extra tuition does not translate into higher earnings. Over-credentialing in a low-paying district is a financial error. Premium courses are best suited for those targeting high-end administrative career tracks. This scorecard shows your 2026 action plan based on your career stage and budget. For a budget-conscious career switcher, the state-accredited Fast Track is the logical starting point. Starting at a lower initial pay as an assistant teacher allows you to enter the profession without taking on debt. If you are a career advancer, you will need the practicum-heavy mid-tier path. Commitment to that high time input is the only way to meet the requirements for standard lead teacher pay scales. For a veteran educator, the priority is finding employer-sponsored bridges. Avoid paying out of pocket for premium courses simply to maintain your current status. Use the transitional programs your employer provides. Regardless of the path you choose, audit your local school district's specific requirements before you spend any money. While early childhood education is driven by passion, choosing a certification requires strict logic. Ultimately, the best 2026 course is the one that secures your target job without compromising your financial future.